Well, my windshield just came in, and I am going to go pick it up now. It's actually, I had it shipped to my work because, well, just because I did. I usually ship stuff to my work because that way somebody is there to sign for it, and I don't like people just leaving shit at my front door. Just got my shit together, I think, for SCMM 2018. I've never been before, so for me, you know, it would be a new thing. It'd be cool. But I am going to have to fly, and unfortunately I've got a work meeting that whole week, and I won't get back into town until the 23rd, which means I have to bust my happy ass over to the airport as soon as I get back in town, jump on a plane, and get out to Palm Springs. And right now, it looks like the flights are pretty damn limited as far as what time I can leave out. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to juggle some shit around, but I basically am already committed, so reserved the room, rented a bike. If anybody else from out of state has to do the same thing, I rented BMW 1200 GS from Eagle Rider, and I think they're in Palm Springs. I don't know how many places there are that rent motorcycles, so my guess is that this thing is going to probably be, you know, filled up, and there probably won't be things available if you wait too long. When I reserved the bike, they go ahead and they hit your account, so I think they, you know, they already take the money, so you know, I don't think if you're going to wait too long, then or if you don't have the money right now, then, you know, you might find yourself in trouble finding something. So this Eagle Rider place where I rented the bike from, it looks like they mostly rent Harleys, and I wasn't really, it's not that I'm opposed to riding a Harley, I just didn't really want something that was, you know, loud and vibrates, and I've got a plate in my wrist and bone screws that I don't want to vibrate out. That's an exaggeration, but yeah, I just I thought, you know, I'd rather have something a little more comfortable, and so I opted for the BMW R1200 GS, and I think that's going to be, I think I'm going to be glad that I did that. We'll see. And, you know, as far as dealing with these people, they were pretty easy to deal with. I called, they sent me over a quote, said what they had available, told me how much it was going to be, and then once I got the email for the quote, it was just basically, you know, go ahead and accept the terms and give them your credit card information, and they hit your account right away. So I think if you're thinking that you don't have to pay for it until the time of the event, I don't think that's the case. But again, you know, who knows? Hey, Mr. Chipmunk. Or I guess that was a squirrel. I don't know. It was a little furry thing. Yeah, so I guess if anybody's got any advice, tips, or things to think about, things to look for this event, then by all means, I would welcome any assistance. So we're almost to my work, and that's where my windshield is. So I'm gonna zip around you here, buddy. Yeah, so a lot of times I just have my stuff shipped into work because that way somebody's there to sign for it, but I was actually off work today, and so I'm gonna run up and I'm just gonna put the windshield on at work, and then I'll head back out. Just leave my old windshield in my office, and we'll mess with it later. I tried to sell my old windshield off of my 2014 because I had replaced that one on that bike, And I really didn't have any luck. I thought a lot of times I've had no trouble selling motorcycle parts on like cruisers and, you know, Hondas and Suzukis and things like that are, you know, more of a cruiser style. I've had a bunch of parts and old handlebars and windshields and seats and you name it. And I have never had any trouble selling any of that stuff, and actually made some pretty decent money on some of it. But from my 2014 Ninja, I had the windshield, and I had the rear fender, and I'm not sure what else. But I couldn't sell that crap. All right, we're gonna swap out a windshield here.
A few moments later.
Okay, so as you can see, we have the new windshield. And if it flies off in the middle of my first ride with it, then you'll know that I'm too much of a dumbass to know how to install a windshield. But I think it'll be fine. It's in the medium position right now, so if you don't know about these bikes, they have this lever down here that adjusts the windshield into 3 different positions. And when this thing is all the way up, it's I don't know, I don't think it looks as cool, but it definitely helps block some of the wind. I'm gonna have to pull into this parking lot and see what's going on with my music, because I don't have any music. So I'm assuming that I probably accidentally turned off Pandora. This is a good spot right here. And I guess while I'm fucking with that, it wouldn't hurt, I guess, to show you what it looks like with the windshield on. So that is the shield, and here again you've got this lever with 3 different positions, so that's all the way up. And I think it looks a little bit better in the middle position. So we'll lock it down 1, and that's what we've got. And now we're going to move it down to the bottom position for your super ultra sporty look. And again, I think it looks better in the middle position, personally. Now, what's going on with the music? Some other shields that are, you know, kind of ridiculously large, and I'm sure they do a great job of blocking the wind, but in my opinion, they look really stupid. So I think for me, this was kind of a nice compromise between, it still blocks the wind better than the stock screen, but you know, it's not so large that I think it looks dumb on the bike, my opinion. Alright, so I'm going to test out my new windshield as far as, today is extremely windy, and as you can see, I'm actually at a windmill farm, and these things are, they're cranking, and I'm getting kind of beat around all over the road. So I'm going to pull over here to the side, and I'm going to adjust this windshield all the way up, and I'll let you know if I can tell a dramatic difference, if I don't get run over on the side of the road here. I don't really think there's too many people out this way, to be honest with you. Alright, so we're going to go into full-on shield mode. Alright, let's see if that does anything. That is a cool old house. I would go check that out, except for I don't want to be trespassing on somebody's shit. Especially out here in the country, you know, people don't really find that kind of shit acceptable. Alright, so I gotta say, this windshield in the full upright position definitely makes a big difference. Now I'm 6'1", so I'm still going to stick up out ahead of this thing one way or another, but I can definitely tell a difference. Okay folks, so so I switched out the windshield, and just to do a comparison between the two, one over the other, you can see there's just a little bit more material on both sides and the top, and a little bit of a different design on the curvature of the shield. But that's basically the difference between the two. So yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot of extra wind deflection, but I just think it looks better, and it does help a little bit. So on that note, I'm gonna call this one done. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.